On this video, let's talk about tables and what a relational database is. It's the tables and the relations that make the database work. That'll be a new concept for you. In the old days, we would have used this flat file database method, and you can see that what we did was every time we had to write something down, we had to write something down. So for every recruiter, we had to write all of their information, and then for every client, we would write all of their information, and we would keep repeating. It's a nightmare to update and too easy to make errors. So let me give you an example of what you already know. Cousins here are in different families, right? It's two different families, but they share common relatives. And so what we're going to do is the same thing in the database. We're going to make a relational database. It's kind of like a family. Here I have two tables. I have a client table and a recruiter table. And instead of writing all of the information twice, what I can do instead is, if you see this recruiter number here, I just say, well, that client has recruiter number 21, or that client has recruiter number 24. That's all I say. Then when I come over to this recruiter table, I have recruiter number 21, and I have all of that person's information written once, not 25 times for 25 customers. You see, and it makes it so much easier. Every time those black arrows show 21, they all point to the same other cousin table over there, if you will, to get their information. That's what a relational database is. So we'll set up our relational database with tables. Each table is a noun. So you might have students or teachers or widgets. That's a business word that means anything you made. Vegetables, cars. Here we have clients, recruiters. And then the two tables are related with that key that exists in both tables. That's all there is to it. Then when you want to do something else to use those two tables, there are two ways you can establish the relationship between them, or make it like a family tree, if you will. If both tables have the same field or column name, remember the fields are columns, and the same data type, which you don't know how to do yet, but that's okay, and the same data size, as this example does, they both are identical, then the computer can make the relationship all by itself. If they don't happen to match, but you want to make them match, you can do it by hand under Database Tools, Relationships, and you make it there, but that's not what we're talking about right now. That's a different story. Then once you've made that relationship between the tables, you can create objects like queries and forms and reports. Queries you already know about. And then forms and reports are coming up next in our video series.